change. I mean, the dynamics of protests between the Timor protests of '99 and, say, the Iraq War protests of 2003. Can you talk a little bit about that?
As I said earlier, there was a large Portuguese-speaking membership in the building industry, and they were overwhelmingly sympathetic to their brothers and sisters in East Timor because of the colonisation from Portugal of East Timor. That made our job easier. When we raised the issue, it wasn't just some union official putting a political point of view. It was grassroots members very strongly and passionately supporting our point of view.
But it wasn't just Portuguese ethnic workers. I mean, everybody was involved in this, right?
No, that's true, but that section of the membership who were in the lunch shed with these workers day after day, working side by side, when they had a point of view that was identical to the point of view of the union leadership, that made our job easier. It was much more difficult for us to motivate our membership against the war in Iraq. The union declared opposition to the war in Iraq. We had meetings on building sites where we took up the issue, but we found it very difficult going with the membership. We didn't have rank and file workers that came from that part of the world strongly speaking up in support of the union point of view. And the union officials are often articulate and well trained in public speaking, but we often need this grassroots support for our point of view. And the war in Iraq was a more difficult challenge for us to motivate our membership on.
But the CFMEU actively took a position on this. I mean, the leadership or
the
organisers, right?
It wasn't just a position adopted in the union office. In fact, I went to many building sites of other officials and put a point of view about September 11, put a point of view about the war in Iraq, and we've put a point of view on building sites about Palestine. But the issue of Palestine we find easier to raise on a building site because we've got a large Arabic-speaking membership, many of whom are sympathetic to the Palestinian cause. But Iraq was more difficult when Australian soldiers went to Iraq, when Australian soldiers were dying in Iraq. That made the debate more difficult for us.
Okay. All right, thank you very much.